Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for December 2015. And you looks like you have a great month this month, actually. Some really good things happening. The funny thing is that, well, we'll start here. These two cards came out together. And normally, as I always say, when cards come out together, I don't pull them together because sometimes I think that other psychics out there, they read way too much into the cards coming out together or cards flying out. It's not that, that I think they read too much into it. Let's put it that way. But for me, I don't always do that. But these two, I really felt that they did need to come out together. This happens to Aries a lot, actually, which is interesting. And you also have a kind of a card at the end that really confirmed these two cards. So, these are the only two kind of like hiccup cards you have for the entire month, but they're actually not necessarily bad cards. They are about letting something go and needing to let things go to move forward. But, as I always say, with the nine, usually you're not too upset to see whatever it is leave you, that needs to leave you. And again, you have a card at the end that we'll get to that really confirms that you're not going to be, it's not even something to worry about at all. Like, you'll be totally fine. But the other reason, I'm pulling these two together because they are very similar in their meaning. The nine and the seven of spades in particular, they're both about the fear and fear of letting go of something and the fear of letting something go. But usually, what you have to let go of doesn't serve you any longer anyway. It's something that no longer is helping you out. It could be a belief. It could be, a job that you're stuck in. For a lot of you, I'm feeling like a bunch of different situations. So I really think it's going to be different for all of you. But again, it's something that you need to let go of. And I would say that you know exactly what I'd be talking about this month in December. If you're watching this in November, you might have no clue what I'm talking about. But I think when you get into December, you'll know exactly what you need to let go of. It'll just come to you and you'll know, and everything will be fine. And to confirm that, also, you have a nine of diamonds following that up. Nine of diamonds. Nines, again, are all about letting go. You have two nines here. And once you let go of something, that allows new things to come in. Well, nine of diamonds is the card of newness. It's the card of new things coming in. Traditional playing card readers would read this as new things coming in, new jobs, new positions. It can represent even love coming in, new love opportunities. It really, even though it's a diamonds card, it really kind of represents everything in your life, other things, not just money. Anything that makes you feel abundant, uh, could fall under this card. So if that's love, more love, even just from the people around you, doesn't even have to be like a relationship type of love. All of that could be coming in by letting go what you need to let go of. So just know, again, on the surface, sometimes when we have like a nine of spades there, we kind of are a little bit unsure of letting things go. Again, it's never like an anger thing. We're never angry to let it go or upset, but we're just unsure because it's like kind of uncharted territory. But we really need to this month because of all of this that could come in. And even better than that, you have my favorite card, the Ace of Clubs, which is all about new growth coming in, new abundance coming in. It is the most abundant card in the deck. It brings in the most abundance to us and the most growth. I always say you can look at it and it looks like a plant. There's even a plant growing on there. It's all about using your own magic and things like that. I'm going to start doing videos just so everybody knows, if you're interested, on the meanings of these cards. A lot of them have way deeper meanings, and it's interesting because this card in this deck is by one of my favorite card creators now, and as far as I know, he didn't create these cards with like psychic intent or thought. And it's interesting because on this card, if you see that, there's like a wand in the middle, and that really represents Hollywood. And Hollywood is, it's funny that we have Hollywood, and Hollywood was originally used as our magic wands. And in Hollywood, the place, films are full of magic and things like that, but this card really does represent using your own magic and all of those things. And I mean, I could go on and on talking about how you can use this card to your advantage and what the Hollywood represents and how it even represents our brain and all of this other stuff. So I think December for you is going to be really all about the brain, all about thinking, using your brain, using your intuition. I think a mixture of all those things is really going to help you. Plus, it's going to lead to a lot of abundance. And next, you have the King of Diamonds, which is how you're really going to be feeling this month. I see you, feeling very abundant because of all these opportunities that are here. Nines also, you have two nines, and nines are all about opportunity, all about how we use our energy in between those opportunities, even how we save our energy in between opportunities. And that's going to be what's really important for you in December, is kind of knowing when opportunities present themselves, and then in the in-between periods, kind of not using so much energy. And so I think you're going to learn how to do a lot of that as well this month. Really exciting month for you. I'm getting like a lot of stuff. If you haven't noticed, I'm just going on and on here. So, it should be pretty exciting for you, Aries, this month. But this is a great card. I mean, King of Diamonds, he's like sitting there with his money, just looking at everything. But I really think you're gonna step up. He is like the, considered the leader of all leaders in the deck, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I read. And he is truly a leader. So I think you're gonna be embracing a lot of those energies as well, of being a leader at work, but even in your home, and just even with the people around you, just being a leader, feeling like the leader. I think that's gonna be a really great thing for you, Aries. And the one caution with the King of Diamonds is he's very reactive. He can react very quickly to situations. It's something that makes him very successful, is he can make decisions, split-second decisions, which you'll be able to do this month. But sometimes he can make the wrong decision. So the thing with the card is just use your intuition, which you're gonna have tons of this month, by the way. Before you make the decision, think about it. Don't react too quickly. Don't become too reactive. Sometimes when we become too reactive, we can become angry, and which there's nothing wrong with anger, as I say, but just don't allow yourself to become angry and to make your decisions based off of that. Think about things, basically. And finally, you actually have the Tower in reverse. This deck that I'm using is awesome. It has 4 of the major arcana from the tarot in the deck, and the Tower in reverse is kind of like the direction you want it, I guess you could say. But usually when it comes up in the reverse, you avoid some sort of disaster. And it can also be kind of like what I was picking up on in the beginning, the fear of change. When it comes in the reverse, we can be afraid to change. We can be holding on to something too tightly and all this other stuff. Because the way I have always felt about the Tower when it comes up upright is that even though people are always afraid of the Tower, because it's always like sudden change, or like a major change coming in. It can even be like considered like a disaster and all these other things. So sometimes we need to let that chunk of ourselves go, and it becomes very important. When it comes up in the reverse, sometimes we're holding on to it too tightly. So again, focus on that 9 and that 7. Let go of whatever needs to be let go of, and you'll be fine. Looks like an awesome month, so enjoy it.